Hello and welcome to my YouTube devs journey, and today I will be telling you guys why consistency is important when you are learning another language. Alright, today I will be speaking about Spanish because that's the language I'm learning, but this applies to any language you are learning. Alright, so I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have heard the term, if you don't use it, you will lose it. Alright, and that is true when you are learning Spanish. All right. So the thing is this, when you're learning another language, there are a lot is there's a lot of words, there's a lot of grammatical structures. It basically is just a whole bunch of information. All right. So if you go 3 months, 6 months to a year, without speaking Spanish, without listening to Spanish, without reading it, without studying Spanish in general, you will lose a good amount of information that you work so hard for, and you'll just lose it because you're not consistent. You have to understand how our brain works. You cannot remember everything that you learn when you don't use what you learned, if that makes any type of sense. So for example, in school, from kindergarten to 12th grade, you know, our parents are high school graduates, a majority of them. And when you're in high school, or about 7th to 8th grade at the earliest, you ask your parents like, hey, can you help me with my math homework? And they'll be like, no, I can't because I don't remember any of it. It's because they don't use it, so they forgot a lot of what they learned. That is why it is important. It's the same thing when you learn another language. And sometimes we're really good, at what we learn. Like for example, riding a bike. So obviously when you ride a bike, you will always remember how to ride a bike. But when you are learning a lot of information, you're not going to, remember it after 6 months, after a year, after 3 years, after 10 years. You're not going to remember every single thing. Obviously, you're going to remember some things, but you will lose about 80%. But when you start studying it again, it will definitely come back to you. It definitely will. But, my thing is this, don't stop learning Spanish. Be consistent. And in my opinion, being consistent is one of the biggest secrets to fluency, or to being at least conversational, is to not lose what you learn. And that's literally my biggest fear of learning Spanish. My biggest fear is to lose what I learned. I've been studying Spanish for over 2 years now, and I've used Spanish literally every single day. At least listening, at least writing it, or at least having a Spanish class, at least speaking it. You know what I mean? So I don't lose it. All right, and that's really all I have today. I just wanted to let you guys know why consistency is important and how our brains are designed. Um, if you guys found this video helpful, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in my next video. Peace.